leadership, management, priorities in order, all things you'd want in a commander-in-chief. So, Mr. President, what you do in the hours after announcing the widest evacuation of American embassies worldwide since 9/12/01?
Had a bunch of friends come over who I don't see that often from high school and college, and we played a little golf, and then we tried to play a little basketball.
Oh, that's so nice, golf, basketball. No, seriously, you took a lot of heat after Benghazi, just hours after the terror attack that killed 4 of our guys. You flew to Vegas, baby. So surely if there is another massive terror threat, you'd be in the Oval Office working, right?
The day of my birthday, we do departure photos of people who were transitioning out of the White House, and we let them bring their families in. They take a picture in the Oval Office.
Wow, so golf, hoops, pictures with your buddies in the Oval Office, birthday cake, balloons, some weekends, sir, but back to business now, right? Well, nope, off to Hollywood for your 6th Leno appearance. Priorities, after all. Speaking of priorities, though, you sure sound like you have them in mind. Bob, listen up, think again.
The first thing I think about when I wake up and the last thing I think about when I go to bed is making sure that I'm doing everything I can to keep Americans safe.
Golf, basketball, pictures in the Oval Office. Next week he goes on his vacation. Bob, what the heck? The 22 embassies evacuated over the weekend.
Pretty good job, I think. I mean, what is the point? I mean, the guy's going on vacation.
From the time I wake up in the morning till the time I go to bed, I think about how I can keep Americans safe.
Maybe
if he's not playing basketball, golf, or
what do you expect him to do? Not play basketball, not play golf?
Maybe on the day he evacuates 22 embassies.
I mean,
I don't know, Greg. What do you think? Getting briefed by his security people, intel people?
There's a way to go about this, but going after the vacation stuff is just so lame because every president goes on vacation. Look.
Not like this.
Well, I don't know. No, you can probably
He's really good at it.
I get it. It's great to have an entertaining president, a president who can go on Jay Leno. He can do children's birthday parties. But right now, America doesn't need an entertaining president. They need a charmless, humorless jerk. The world's a mess. He's getting his screen test. Foreign policy is toast. He's on the West Coast. There's no sense right now that the country is moving forward, which is ironic because he's a progressive president and he's frozen in time. He can't get this country moving. People are acting like being cool is a breakthrough in leadership. It's not. We get it. You're cool. It's time to lead. He thinks leading is cheesy because he doesn't believe in what he's leading. All right, that's my sense.
Yeah.
KG, I have no problem with President Obama. If he likes to wear that little helmet, ride the bike in Martha's Vineyard, that's fine. My point is he evacuated 22 embassies on Friday. Right? Spent the weekend playing, his own words. I golfed, I played basketball, I took pictures with friends in the Oval Office, we blew out candles.
But how about issue a statement about it or have a press conference or act like you're responsible, that you're not auditioning to play commander-in-chief down in Hollywood, but you actually want the job and you're serious about terror. This is nothing new to me, though, because this is a president who does not have the stomach for terror, okay? If the reports are correct, it was Clinton and Panetta that urged him to put the kibosh on bin Laden. Okay, he hides behind the predators, the Reaper strikes, etc. But this is something that I don't think has been a priority in his administration. I don't think he's particularly good at it. I think he should probably move the White House to California, capital Hollywood.
I think too, that it's pretty disrespectful to the families whose soldiers are still serving overseas, to the families of people who are protecting these embassies when they're being closed down, for the president not to be in the Oval Office and not to be making national security a priority, but instead he's more concerned about his own birthday parties. I can't tell you how many emails I got from Obama for America, from Michelle Obama, from all of his people who worked for him over the weekend saying, sign Barack's birthday card. But
last chance to sign the birthday card.
Last chance, but yet Jay Carney didn't bother to hold a press briefing on Friday after we got these big revelations about Benghazi. And it's really important to remember that people are still dying in Afghanistan, in Iraq. We still have threats all over the world. And you would think that they wouldn't want a PR problem on their hands like they did with Benghazi. And we didn't know where the president was for 24 hours.
What should he be doing? Making new keys for the embassies? I mean, seriously.
In all honesty, do you think that it's the smartest thing for our president to go play basketball, play a round of golf, have a birthday party, do photo ops in the Oval?
I think it's just fine.
When you take
what do you
around the globe.
First of all, we close embassies every year.
But not 22 in a row because of a credible threat.
Bob, don't diminish the significance of it.
Is another question altogether. But What is he supposed to do? You close the embassy, you get people out. What are you supposed to do? Call your golf game off?
Wait.
Act presidential.
Not, threat is another thing. You're saying this isn't a credible threat? 22 people.
No, I think that it's a very real possibility since they never use cell phones. They got on these phones to sort of get us into disarray.
It goes back to this idea that the Obama administration likes to talk out of both sides of its mouth. On one side, they're saying these are very serious threats, the worst threats we've had since the first 9/11. But at the same time, the president isn't taking them seriously and is out doing things that aren't serious. So which one is it? Is it a serious thing or is it not? Because the president isn't treating it like it is.
What does it say to our enemies?
Image matters. Image really matters. And so for the president to actually be in the White House instead of out on the golf course at a time of national security crisis when our embassies could be under attack is pretty important.
He hasn't addressed the American people yet. He said we're closing these embassies from Africa all the way across a great swath of the world, and he has not told the American people what's going on.
Well, he went on Leno.
He went on Leno. Can we do this? Let's talk to Leno. The interview last night was loaded with stuff. Listen to President O talk about the controversial spy program. Listen.
We don't have a domestic spying program. What we do have are some mechanisms where we can track a phone number or an email address that we know is connected to some sort of terrorist threat. None of the revelations show that government has actually abused these powers, but they're pretty significant powers. If we can make sure that there's confidence on the part of the American people that there's oversight, then I think we can make sure that we're properly balancing our liberty and our security.
Interesting.
It was a good soundbite. If it was during a news conference when he could actually stand up with his shoulders back like a man and answer the questions of a few reporters from the press corps instead of in the comfy, Jay Leno studio with the snacks in the green room. I mean, come on, I'm not impressed with that.
Were you impressed when Ronald Reagan never had a single press conference during Iran-Contra? He and his wife watched movies at night?
It's 2013.
Bob, it's completely different.
Actually, it's a different thing. Reagan is already put on the mountaintop,
and I was impressed with Reagan because he was presidential and he had policies that made sense, and he put us in a position as Americans that we were respected with a healthy amount of fear around the world. So please,
that's what Iran-Contra.
Let me get Greg in here. Greg, last week the NSA said that they in fact have records of all phone calls, and the FBI said they can look into your web browser. They can actually even turn on your phone, the camera on your phone.
That explains a lot.
Well,
actually.
I mean, we're getting two different signals here. Thoughts?
I thought that President Obama was incredibly reasonable last night when discussing the NSA, and I think that if you had replaced him with George Bush, nobody here would be complaining because George Bush would have said the same thing. So
but not on Jay Leno.
Excuse me, you're acting like a hypocrite because you're condemning him because it's coming out of his mouth. Having said that, there is an overwhelming sense of chaos inside and outside of this country. President Obama takes on the role of a calm pilot, weaving this plane through this storm. The issue is the storm is being caused by his policies. And that's what we have to worry about. You can sit here and argue all you want about him being on Jay Leno. That's not the problem. The problem is he should be doing something about bigger issues, which is joblessness.
Yeah, but there's
which is the fact that he is not at all engaged in the fracking issue, which would do a lot to reduce the strife in the Middle East, would bring jobs, would lower the $5 or $4 a gallon gas. That's the stuff we should be talking about, and not ragging on him about playing basketball. What a bunch of baby games.